Good morning, sir. I'm Siklugigi, and this is my discussion about the 10 historic and landmarks in the Philippines. Number 1, Aguinaldo Shrine. Located in Kawit, Cavite. The Aguinaldo Shrine was the home of the first and youngest president of the Republic of the Philippines, Emilio Aguinaldo. It's a historic place in the Philippines because it where the first Philippine flag was waved that symbolized the country independent in 1898. Now it a famous tourist pass spot and houses some of Aguinaldo's and his family memorabilia. What makes this place interesting is that you realize how intelligent Aguinaldo was through the architecture of his house, revealing some secret hideouts and passages that were relevant during the time of war. 2. Bagong Bayan, also known as Luneta Park. Bagong Bayan is one of the most historic attractions in the Philippines and the National Historic Shrine in the Philippines. This is because the Philippine national hero Dr. Rizal was executed here in 1896 after he fought that for the country freedom from the Spaniards wrote his article, essay, and novels. 3. Fort Santiago. One of the most notable Philippine landmarks and important historical site in the Philippines is Fort Santiago in Intramuros, Manila. It was the place where Dr. Sara was held in the prison before his execution. Hundreds of lives were lost in the Philippines landmark during Spanish colonial period and World War II. Today, Fort Santiago is one of the major spots for the historical Philippines in Manila and in the Philippines. 4. Intramuros. A walk in the around Intramuros is like strong truth story where you all see amazing culture attraction in the Philippines. That's why when talking about the top 10 historic places in the Philippines and historical places in Manila, Intramuros never miss the list. It's the oldest and the historical core of Manila and built with defensive walls against foreign invasion, hence being called the Walled City, where you can see the preserved Spanish colonial structure from government offices to residential area souvenir shop. 5. Tapitan Zamboanga del Norte. The Rizal Shrine in Tapitan Zamboanga del Norte is one of the historical places in Manila. This is where Dr. Sara spent 4 years of exile when he was accused of planning the revolution against Spanish rule. Rizal Shrine in Zamboanga del Norte is one of the important landmarks in the Philippines. 6. EDSA Shrine. Located at the crossroads Avenue Ortegas Avenue, Quezon City, EDSA Shrine, formerly known as the of the Mary Queen Peace, Our Lady of EDSA, is no doubt one of the most historic places in the Luzon and among landmarks in the Philippines truly make a mark. 7. Leyte Landing Memorial Park. The Leyte Landing Memorial Park, also known as the Mark Arthur Leyte Landing Memorial National Park, is one of the most famous monuments in the Philippines. This is a protected area of the Philippines that is commemorates the historic arrival of General Douglas MacArthur and Leyte Gulf to free the Philippines from Japanese occupation on October 20, 1944. 8. Biak na Bato. Another historic place in the Philippines is Biak na Bato in San Miguel, Bulacan. This is a famous landmark in the Philippines where Emilio Aguinaldo and other revolutionaries established the Biak na Bato Republic to be free from Spaniards. 9. Barasonian Church. Barasonian Church is one of the not just ordinary place for the worship but also one of the most historic attraction in the Philippines because 3 significant events in the Philippine history occurred in the church: the convening the first Philippine Congress on September 15, 1998, the ratification of the Malolos Constitution on January 21, 1899, and the inauguration of the first Philippine Republic on the January 23, 1899. This is the perfect if you're looking for historical place in the Philippines near Manila. And the last is Mactan Shrine. Mactan Shrine in Cebu has played a huge role in the Philippine history. This is the site, the Battle of the Mactan, where Datu Lapu-Lapu defeat the Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan in 1521. The Mactor Shrine is one of the famous Philippine landmarks and was built in honor of Lapu-Lapu. That's all, sir, and thank you.